film.
We have such sights to show you.
Welcome back to the Devil Made Me View It, a horror podcast. I'm Jesse Spitzer.
And I'm J.R. Lees.
And we have a special episode going on. I know we kind of teased in our review of Send Help that we were going to be covering Evil Dead 2, and that kind of snowballed into the idea to cover all of the Evil Dead, the entire franchise. So this is going to be the first of that we're going to do for the next couple weeks. We might take a break in between, but as of right now, the plan is to pretty much cover everything Evil Dead, including, you want to talk about some of the kind of smaller projects that we're also going to be talking about, like the musical, for instance?
I would love to cover the musical, but that needs to be covered after the first three films.
Right.
I had the CD forever ago and could not stand it. And I just picked it up recently. I go, oh, I'm going to play this again since we're go crazy. And I'm like, it's stuck in my head for like a couple. I'm sitting there in the car jamming out to, Stupid Bitch. And I'm just like going, oh, the car's next to me. They have gangster rap on. They're cool. I'm sitting here doing like a show tunes version of, what's in the basement.
I'm very excited because that's one of the Evil Dead kind of projects that I know almost nothing about. Like,
it's like a stage. I think it's been done locally, but it's like a stage version of almost like the scary movies, where it's all the tropes of the Evil Dead movies, but it also kind of goes into any like summer camp horror movie. Don't go in the woods by yourself.
Sure.
It works really well after watching them recently. But again, that's episodes from now.
Right. Yeah, we got time.
There's a bunch of like Army of Darkness riffs in there too. But yeah, the first week is going to be The Evil Dead.
Yes.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
I forget how much I love this movie.
Same. I was like, I was kind of going into, when we decided this is what the next big project was going to be, was to cover all the Evil Deads. I was like, okay, I want to get through this first one because I've seen it before and it's fine. But while rewatching it, especially because I was watching it with my wife who had never seen it before, there's just so much to love here, and I'm very excited to talk about it. It's kind of crazy how Sam Raimi has just always, like, from the beginning, like, his style and everything was so, like, there. You just see it from the jump, and yeah, this movie's it's just so fun and so crazy. And then when it starts going crazy, it doesn't stop. It's just like until the very end, you're just like strapped in. This is the most I've ever felt like. So at the well, I mean, I'll save that for when we're talking about. I was about to jump to the very end of the movie, but yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess for anyone who doesn't know the plot of this movie, it's very. Today it probably sounds. Go ahead.
It's weird how people that don't know. I always think that the Evil Dead is right up there with The Exorcist and The Omen, and like none of the I get it's not going to be like a Halloween or a Friday the 13th.
Sure.
But I just assume everyone knows it because it's like the Hot Topic hats and then Bruce Campbell and Army Dirt. I just assume everyone knows it. And we were out some friends last night. I was making small talk. I'm like, we're going to do Evil Dead. Oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh, maybe you're across the room. You didn't hear me over the all the laughter from my witty remarks. Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell, and they're just, oh, is that like a comic book? And I'm like, yeah. And then I go off on a tangent, rambling about like the history, and I'm watching everyone kind of look, going, oh, yeah, he's in his own world right now. But I always think that this is one of those ones that everyone knows about. And I mean, it's just, and I always forget to, like you said, there's a plot. It is a bunch of friends have a cabin for the weekend. They're going to go off and just not even like Friday 13th, smoke pot and go crazy. There's just four friends and a sister.
Yeah.
Going to have a weekend off. It's like a weekend break, and there's nothing. It's not. They're likable, and then they're going to go off and have a weekend. There's no plot to it outside of them. But then the cabin they go to, they wake up, they find out that there's been. It's a professor or a scientist. I mean, it's a scientist no matter what.
Yeah.
Who has translated the Necronomicon, the Kardarian Book of the Dead, and luckily there's a recording because having a book would be boring to just have someone read the whole thing. And then they read it, and then the demons come back. The evil dead.
Yeah, that's something I
Kinda
actually
cool.
didn't remember. I didn't remember that it was like they play a recording. I don't remember that at all until I was rewatching it, because that's something that happens in the subsequent movies. I know it happens in Rise at the very least,
Mhm.
because they have the one kid who's like a DJ listening to the tapes. But I was like, oh, that's a really cool way to deliver all that information, and it's really spooky. It's a really good scene. As they're like the tensions kind of rising in the room, because you got the sister who's seems to be like psychic or something. I'm not sure. She's like sensitive to the evil, and she's like getting more and more freaked out as the tape goes on. The tape sounds creepy, and then like it keeps cutting to outside where like things are happening, and you know the deadites are beginning to rise and stuff, and um it's really neat. I don't know, it's really, there's so much good in this. Like the tension building is really good, which is something that feels, this movie feels like too crazy to like be able to pull subtlety off like that, but it does it really well.
Oh, there's some great subtle stuff in here. There's um and again, having watched it, I don't think I've ever watched it with just the eye, like trying to take notes in my head as
Mm.
this last time. I mean, I'm not memorized, but like subtlety things like they never have a scene where Bruce Campbell as Ash goes, "Hey Cheryl, you're my sister, so you stop being a, you know, whatever it was."
Yeah,
It's just that's a sister, and then they mention it, and the way she talks to him. I don't even know at what point they actually mention their siblings.
it's
It's
way
just
late.
it's way, yeah, because but you know the whole time, because the way she refers to him as Ashley,
Yeah.
and then the other two couples are kind of coupled up, is what, you know, that's
Hmm.
a very dumb way of putting it. But there's one bit I never noticed till this last time. Anyway, so that house gets possessed, and then slowly one by one, which is a great way of not having zombies outside or a bad guy. It's everyone,
Yeah,
they're with you. They get turned into the Evil Dead. They can come back and be the Evil Dead.
and they never
Uh,
show what they look like. Like you never
yeah,
see the spirits.
it's always
Um.
the camera is the Evil Dead. It's the point of view stuff. Yeah,
Hmm.
but the subtlety you're talking about is um, early on. Ash is giving his girlfriend Linda a little magnifying glass,
Hmm.
and he's all smooth because he's Bruce Campbell, and he's just kind of eyes are closed. He's sleeping, and then it shows his eyes wake up and look at her, and then she looks at him, and it's such a simple thing. It's in the same shot where her head, and she could see his eyes were open, right?
Yeah.
But it's like she looks at his head, his eyes closed, and he looks so smooth, like he's just this dorky guy who's giving his girl a present.
Hmm.
But his eyes, he's, you know, oh, she's trying to catch him. No, eyes are closed, and then she catch them, and then in the end, jump ahead, spoiler alert, Evil Dead.
Yeah.
When he's gonna dismember her at the end, and her eyes are closed, and it cuts back to him, and then cuts at her. He's not looking; he's digging the hole, or they're getting the axe out. Her eyes are open. She's watching him. He looks back. Her eyes closed.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, that's genius, and I never thought about it until this last time.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's such a cute little like, because that scene originally in the beginning of the movie where he's giving her the necklace and everything, it's kind of like, what do we like? We're spending a lot of time here with this cute little like scene. It doesn't feel completely out of place, but it does feel like it feels kind of a little bit random. But then when they call it back at the end there, it's like, oh, okay, I really like that. That's great.
Yeah, and it wasn't so much like they kept showing the necklace in the first hour of the movie. It was just, it happened. It was done. It was cute.
Yeah.
But then at the end, when the necklace on the chain becomes like an important piece of it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not surprised by it. I do love that, and I've done. Bill Warren had a book, the Evil Dead Companion, and he goes in how that was supposed to be, because the magnifying glass, which I bought my wife that a version of that years ago, and she forgot it was from Evil Dead. She thinks it's cute,
Oh, that's
but she's like,
awesome.
oh, she has a little necklace she pulled out, and then she goes, "Is that what that was from?" And I go, "Oh, honey, stop. You knew that, because I know I wasn't the dork. You were well aware that this is an Evil Dead joke, and you, it wasn't like I was slipping on it. Oh, look, it's a gold chainsaw.
That's
So
funny.
it was cute. So we're watching. That's probably why I noticed it. That this last time we're watching it, it was supposed to be at the end of the film. Like, why would they pick that? He's supposed to hold it up to the sunlight, and then the sun goes through the magnifying glass, and it lights the book on fire.
Oh.
And I don't remember if it just didn't work. They couldn't figure out, or it was a timing thing. Then it could have been any chain, and I liked it's a magnifying glass.
Mm.
But then it's because he loops it on. I love the shot where he takes the necklace, and it's, he can't get it. He's laying there. He's getting his leg just eaten.
Yeah.
He's using the chain to like pull the books again, toss in the fire, and then how do you get to loop on there? And he's trying, and then there's that side shot where he puts the chain, and then he's getting dragged out to be killed, and the chain's there, and then it pulls the book into the
Yeah. It
shot.
doesn't actually
I'm
show
like,
that.
it's a beautiful shot. It's one of those things that
Hmm.
should not be in a basically a student film. But yeah,
Sure.
love that.
Yeah.
There is so much smart filmmaking. This being Raimi's first movie, and I know he didn't making short films with the team that became Renaissance Pictures, and this is not his first film. And they were trying, and then Raimi, who doesn't like horror movies, he's a comedy director in his mind. He wants to do dramas. All his short films have been, not all, but they've been like Three Stooges or slapstick or a drama or It's Murder, where it's like a mystery kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were doing research. I'm going to ramble for a second, so get a drink. But they would go to the drive-in up in Michigan, and they would watch, because the crowd. This isn't in the Bill Warren book, which is, I think you can find a copy of that. That is such a it goes through all the who's helping out. It's almost like a oral history of.
That's cool.
And they'd watch a movie at the drive-in, and they figure, okay, a horror movie, they sell the best. We don't have any talent. We have talent. We don't have any names to put in this. We can't afford a star, but we can. These little, Chainsaw is a big movie, very influential on them. It's weird this is being done in '78, so this is the same time they're making Halloween. So they haven't seen Halloween yet. So like there's little similarities of the POV camera of like Black Christmas.
Oh yeah, sure.
So if anything, I mean, I'm not saying that Carpenter is, it's the same time, this little magic POV shots that Carpenter and then Raimi are both having at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But they'd go to drive-ins and they'd watch if the audience didn't like it, they would high beam the screen, and they would honk the horn when it was boring. So they're going, oh wait a minute, they're honking during exposition. They're watching closely when the girl's walking and go skinny dipping, but when they're when they're showing the cop explaining what happened last time, they honk the horns. They're bored, so they're going, not going to waste time with that. We're going to give this a little bit of it. If someone over-explains something, we're going to honk the horns. So Raimi and Tapper, and then everyone making the movie, okay, we're not going to show the boring parts. And I love the fact that this was called Book of the Dead the whole way through production.
Okay.
And even they realize we can't have them reading, because if they're sitting there reading, so then the idea that the recording comes up. But
wow.
But then this film is like, we watched they made us a short film to show investors within the woods, and all the ideas, you watch all these ideas, the grabbing the ankle, the banging on the door, all the stuff with Cheryl out in the woods, Ellen Sandweiss. They don't go as far within the woods as Evil Dead does, and I'm kind of glad about that.
For sure.
But he showed that they're perfecting the whole thing, and then I just love how every time this guy was born, Sam Raimi, like living, breathing cinema. Like he sees it in framing, and just what you have to see, and all the Dutch angles and stuff. I love watching this going, this is a bunch of guys that were like, it's punk, it's the Ramones. They have a couple cameras, they have some 2x4s, a bottle of milk, a rifle, plaster of Paris, and they're making this movie, and they're just it's the smartest little film. It makes you want to go shoot something.
It really does. It really does. Yeah, I was thinking that, especially when watching because you just had me watch right before we started recording this. I
asked politely to watch. So.
Yeah, that's true. Within the Woods. That's what's called.
Within the Woods.
Yeah. And
it's on YouTube. You can't be released because of the music.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got the itch while I was watching. I was like, man, I miss making stuff, because like that's just so fun, and coming up with like the fun little ideas and stuff. It is so cool seeing the seeds here that grow, into the Evil Dead, and then like the second Evil Dead kind of starts with like the similar beats as well, right?
Yeah.
But with even a bigger budget at that point.
Yeah,
so it's like
an actual budget, yeah.
Right. So it's cool. I'm excited to see that now, to see like the transition from, like hyper low budget to, a relatively low budget into making a bigger budget movie. It's such a unique thing that someone was able to do that with like the same kind of story 3 times, and and I can't think of another example of something like that where it's like you can kind of see the grassroots, evolving into.
I could see like Romero's original trilogy with Night and the Living Dead.
Oh,
Dawn,
sure.
Day kind of being like, oh yeah, we have more money, let's go bigger. Oh, we have more money, let's get a little bit bigger, and then having that kind of pulled out, then having to be smaller. But yeah, I mean those two, I can think of. Anything else is always like, because then money takes over, and then it becomes whatever it has to become.
Yeah, it overwrites.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, when this scenario, with this situation, it's like, oh, it's just Sam Raimi getting to stay Sam Raimi while the money just grows.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really cool. And it feels like that never stopped for his career. Like, well, outside of maybe the Wizard of Oz one that you were talking about.
Which we
But
will not be reviewing because out of respect for
that won't be part of the franchise.
yeah.
Until they rope it in the new movie, you know, you never know.
It's canon for Evil Dead. Yeah. Evil Dead Oz. When did you first see this? Back in whenever?
Oh my lord. Probably high school. I want to say it was like on one of those late night, just like, you know, they'd play random movies late at night on like G4 or something like that.
Okay. So it was delivered to you. It was right in your house.
Yeah. And I had no idea anything about it prior to watching it, and I think I remember watching it and being like, I think I like this, but also I feel like I shouldn't be watching this in like a weird way. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it probably wasn't until like college when I was really starting to get into like horror movies and stuff that it really kind of sparked something in me where I'm like, oh, this is something else. This is really cool. What about you?
I saw it mentioned in Fangoria, and it was always a scary title. And the still they had like in the video guide was from towards the end. You have Bruce Campbell kind of looking towards the camera, and then I don't know if it was actually the Scotty character, the Hal Delrick, or if it's fake Shemp in the makeup as he's looking off and he's like laying there dead on the floor. And then the name Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. I'm going, that just looks dangerous. Like you said, that I don't want to watch that. That looks like it's too gross. Like you're not fooled. Like, you know, the guy's not. There's something about an expensive makeup that you assume the people that made that were responsible. They had a license.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. But when it's just a guy's face covered with like splatter, you're like, that's just a camcorder. Because it's a crappy picture. A camcorder, and I don't know what snuff was back then.
Sure.
Like that just looks like that could be something really bad, you know.
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the way, my best friend growing up, Ryan Dotson, who probably won't watch this, I owe him $10. There's a video store up at the summer place, and it had more than the more than a Blockbuster. This is a long time ago, before Blockbuster, but it was like it had more than just the PG and R-rated movies. It had, and because Evil Dead was unrated, so it had like that. And we have the VCR. They have a player up here and a little TV to sneak off, and we'll watch this thing. So I think if I remember right, and if Ryan, if you're watching this, correct me because you're good at that. We rented it, and then we took the VCR, which is like this big, and then we on the TV, which is this big. We watched it like behind his couch. I'm probably 11 or 12, on black and white, and watch this like with the volume all the way up, you know, sitting there like little, like, you know, like dumb kids. And I just like, this is the greatest thing ever. And I know, and I know because we didn't rent the VCR, but maybe we did. But we watched that, and I think we had to rent the VCR because I think we watched the next day. We watched Evil Dead 2, and then that same weekend, Dawn of the Dead. They had, and again, I don't know who's running the place that just rented to 11-year-old kids. Yeah. We're not going to bring them back probably, but I don't know how we got them. But it was those three, and it was just like, this is the most amazing. Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 were just the most amazing. Like, this was the one that was like, oh, I could make these. And I don't mean like make a movie as good as, but right. You can see it's like looking at painting, right? You see the brushstrokes.
Yeah.
And there's one shot I've always, as a kid, I didn't know why it threw me off, especially in the black and white, and I've seen it since then. But it's about halfway through. You've got Scotty and then Ash, like, it's just face to face. They're just talking, right? Mm-hmm. And I think Scotty pops up and scares him, right? It's in the basement. It's in the basement when Scotty's, for some reason, oh, I can't hear you. The room's 4x8. The whole basement is tiny. And he pops up, and I'm always like, it looks weird. It's just in profile. They're talking, and then somewhere along, I think it was in film school, that I realized I'm framed up, that one guy is further back than the other guy. He looks smaller, but they're making direct eye contact. It's a little bit off, and they're shooting this way so they can both have the key light in their face.
Oh, sure.
They're doing this, but the way the light would be, they have to be he's 2 feet back. And that's Raimi's way to have them both in this mood light and no one's in a shadow. And I'm like, that's just genius. Yeah. I mean, I've seen other movies that are big movies, and again, they probably have the light kit's probably 3 lights. and one's a flashlight.
Right.
But so this it's that kind of like, and it is like the our gang. Let's go put on a show kind of thing. Oh, so we have a chainsaw. It's that little bits of stuff that as a kid I'm kind of going, oh, it's like the Muppets when you see the strings. No one's fooled when you're watching it that this is real life. The biggest jump in the movie is when and I love the pencil to the ankle shot, the depth.
Oh yeah.
Because you're thinking it's going to go in the guy's face, and they show her ankle being exposed, and then her hand, the Evil Dead hand is by the and again, fooling no one even on VHS, you knew it was makeup.
Sure.
Grabs the pencil and then puts it into the ankle and twists it. Anytime you watch that in a frame, you know it's a fake foot. It's a Muppet foot. It could be Kermit's foot.
Yeah.
But in the movie, the way it's shot and the kineticism of the camera, even talking about it, my fingernails are pulling back into my feet.
Same.
And it's but it's like that works because it's just, here I am rambling again. I was gonna not be Catherine.
No, you're good.
But it's those little bits watching it as a kid, and I remember thinking, oh, I can't watch this. I can't let Ryan's parents walk by and see us watching this terrible thing. It's a rubber foot.
Yeah.
There's no, it's a dog toy foot. But yeah, but I've never matched that viewing. This is the 11-year-old black and white.
Yeah, that sounds like the perfect way to watch it.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of jealous you had it. At first I'm jealous that you had it on G4 where you just turn it on. There it is. You have to know what time it is to turn it on.
Yeah.
But I'm also kind of like, those are the memories of those shows you find that I'm still gonna like. That's the best thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it's funny you kind of compared to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because I remember being young and having the same feeling watching that, where it was like, I feel like I found this like in a basement somewhere, like I'm not supposed to be accessing this. And this movie kind of has the same vibes, but in a much more obviously like supernatural way. Because you're not gonna fool anybody into thinking that this is a real movie. And I think you probably could convince somebody that Texas Chainsaw.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Because Chainsaw felt like a documentary.
Yeah.
Like it actually happened, whereas this just looks like, I know it was a nightmare making, but I would love to have been there in that cabin.
Yeah.
For what is it, like 5 years? I know it was like 6 weeks to 12 weeks, and then the entire winter,
Yeah. Yeah, just the camera shots in this are incredible too. The one that kind of made me audibly gasp was when they're checking on the bridge and the bridge is out, and she's kind of having like a mental breakdown, and he's trying to calm her down, and it's just all black with the two beaming headlights lighting the two of them, and it's just such a crazy good shot. It's like a lot of shots in this just kind of blow me away, especially near the end when everything just starts getting chaotic, and like Sam Raimi's just going nuts. Like he's just like,
well, it's just so good. It's like the easy way out. The car after the bridge is out, and they're sitting there, and it's like a way up high shot, and all I see is the headlights, and then you listen to the commentary, and the car's not there. It's just two lights.
Yeah,
they're up high, and on them, and then you as a viewer, it's the headlights, and it just makes this kind of creepy. Like when they get out of the car, and they're walking weird. It's because the car you're seeing is like this, but the car's actually parked like on an incline. So the car is like sideways. So they correct for the camera, so it looks like it's straight, and they're walking out, and it doesn't. It just makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There's the one I get kind of like the headlights is when they're back in the cabin, and there's the clock on the wall, which tick tock, and then the camera goes inside of the camera goes inside of the clock, and it blocks the whole thing off, so it's just won't.
Yeah.
Trying to use my little webcam, and I was watching. I'm kind of going, anyone else who has $8 in the budget and that's supposed to go towards food would just show the clock, but no, they took the clock apart or made the pendulum and they took it in front of the camera, and they just did this shot. And I'm sure people are going to go, can we just have dinner now? But like this shot means something. I love when the camera's up in the rafters, and it's going, and that's the one where it's going down, looking down at them, and they're passing the beams, and it's womp, womp.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the sound of what beams. I don't know why. It's just and if you look in the shot, that's not there. There wasn't beams up there, so they had to put down beams and have a camera go. And how are they passing the camera back and forth? All this kind of stuff is like, maybe they're going to make a movie, and this is going to be their chance to make a movie. We're going to make everything we possibly can, because there's so much packed into it. And it's like 87 minutes. It's super short.
Yeah.
Unless you're like me, you watch it over 5 days because dogs just want to have attention. But I just love the fact that they're doing. Well, there's one that Stephen King talked about, because he saw it and just bragged about it. It's the most ferocious original film of all time, or that year. And they've kind of polished it up on like the Blu-ray and the new releases. But there's a shot of the cabin. It's like an establishing shot, and then in the top, like the top right quadrant, there's a full moon, kind of behind some tree branches, right?
Oh yeah.
And you can see the matte lines where it doesn't. It's not, it's tricked in. And again, like even back, especially back then when they shot it like in 16, they blew it up. You can see that it's the moon's not there, and it's just tricked in the corner, and it looks kind of fake, obviously. So why'd they do that? Why'd they put the moon in there? They're not. It's not a werewolf movie. It's not trying to be. It's just added atmosphere, and they wanted to do it. They wanted they wanted to see if they could do it or not, and then they did. And then that's the kind of stuff that I'm watching it going, yeah. I mean, a simpler movie wouldn't have wasted time or effort putting the moon in that shot, especially when you have to go to like a film house and go through and that kind of. And actually, you can't do it in your house like now, where you just do it on your phone. Oh, I said on your phone. I'm so cliche. Old man thing. But it's all that little. It's so inspiring to watch those little bits like that.
Yeah, this movie is full of things that are so unnecessary, but like at the same time, this movie
make it what it is. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that moon shot. There's I don't know if it's the same shot where you're talking about, but when the sister is getting lured into the woods, there's an incredible. I think that's probably up until the one blemish on this movie, the tree scene, which we could talk about briefly. Up until that scene goes too far, I think that's probably the best like filmmaking in this movie. The tension building, the way that it's shot, the way that they do the POV shot with the trees just being pushed over, like it's so unnatural and weird. But cool and very creepy and scary. Yeah, it's just
now that you've seen the practice film, the Within the Woods.
Yeah,
I think that's why they went as far as they did in The Evil Dead with the tree scene, because I think it's kind of the scene of Sam Weiss running through the woods is like it's in The Evil Dead. It's her. Yeah. Woods are attacking her. She's being chased. It's the point of view. It's the branches falling down. So they knew how to do that. So and again, they're not horror fans. They're trying to scare themselves making it. And then Raimi got brought up on the UK on the video nasty list. Like he had to defend the movie and that scene. And he's never done anything like that since then. It's almost like, okay, I was trying to make it as extreme as possible, and that is extreme as possible. The trees, assaulting her.
Yeah.
And again, but also the craft of the stuff. It is when the branches attack, it's shot in reverse. So it's not exploitative, like we're going to throw her down, take her clothes off, and have the tree on top or that. It is reverse photography, and it's all laid out. Yeah. So there's a craft to it, and it's just, should have they gone that far? In 80, 81, 79, it wasn't gone too far.
Sure.
And now it's like, we're not going to do that again.
Yeah. I think it hasn't Sam Raimi even himself is like he regrets putting it in there because
he regrets putting it. Yeah. He kind of authorized certain cuts to have that pulled out, and then they go, we can't change the whole movie. Yeah. But I think that he did that scene because in Within the Woods, now that we've both seen that, the build up's still there, the same chase, the same shots. Yeah. And then like, well, we're gonna do the same thing again. We have to go further with it. Otherwise, we're just doing the same thing again. Because there's bits like of certain grabs and jump ups in Within the Woods that they recreate in Evil Dead. That then they go further with, like they show like the ankle bits, and then like the lock at the door, the close-ups on the clock. They go the next step, which in the tree assault. Yeah. It's like the next. It sounds like weird logical, but it is like it's such
like, how can we ramp this up?
Exactly, and then how do we push the envelope? And then Raimi goes, and he learned that's the line. He took a step beyond and goes, I don't like it over here. Yeah, and then he's never done anything. I mean, he's not mild after that. I mean, he's just never. It was uncomfortable, and that wasn't the mood he was going for.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the scene why, as a kid, I'm watching this going, like you said, I probably shouldn't be watching this.
Sure, for sure. Yeah, that scene for sure is. Like
and that's the thing is, no one ever watched that scene, and it's not like the twisted '80s stuff where you're watching it kind of like a Jason 4, and it's like, okay, hey, that's kind of, it's weirdly making noises, it's kind of strange. or like the Linda in Halloween when she's getting strangled by the cord, and it's like, oh, well, that's because I know it's an actor, but it's like, okay, there's just it's this weird way it is. No one's watching The Old Dead and saying, oh yeah,
You're right.
that's my fetish.
Yeah.
Branches. Yeah. God, I hope not.
Yeah, I say don't say no one. I'm sure there's someone out there.
Should be careful. I should be careful. I'm gonna
Um,
just and topic change right there.
yeah, that's a good thing. A good
That little bit will not be a TikTok video insert. So,
we're not gonna clip that one.
yeah.
But yeah, literally that is like the one blemish on this movie. I think everything else, I don't know anything else I would change.
But see, then at the same point, I like to point it out because it is someone that he owns up to it, and not like in a he did bad kind of thing, but like showing a filmmaker who's growing, and then not only is he learning how to focus and f stops, and as far as because the editing is obviously the editing, he had one of the Coen brothers in there, as far as going on to be before Raising Arizona and whatnot, Blood Simple. But as far as learning, he not only did learn the craft, he also learned the boundaries, the what to show and not to show. So he probably learned more from the tree bit than the claymation stuff, the animation at the end.
Yeah.
It's sort of, I'm going to do that again, totally different, like what not to do. But like he probably learned what he's comfortable showing, having his name on.
Yeah, I think he's trying to. It's kind of it feels like it's a fine line between being shocking and being like offensive in a way.
Yeah.
And I think he offended people more than he wanted to. I think he was more interested in shocking them, and then like a lot of people ended up more offended, which I get.
Well, as a non-horror fan, everything shocked him, and he just thought, because he goes, okay, this is the things that make me uncomfortable. It would be the ankle with the knife, and then the chainsaw, and then having to cut someone's head off. All this makes him uncomfortable. The pop-up and scares. He doesn't like jump scares, and when he's watching a movie.
Yeah.
So that's just one more thing he doesn't like to watch. And then he realized, oh, there's a reason people don't like watching this part, right. And I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is there's fun horror, and then there's not fun.
Yeah. and which is why after this, when they do Evil Dead 2, it's just fun horror.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see that. We're probably gonna watch that. Hopefully today, actually, maybe.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. I really want. I'm very excited to watch that and talk about it.
What was Becky's favorite part of this one?
If I had to guess, I would assume it was probably in the later stuff. That's when she was getting a lot more vocal about her about how gross everything was, and there's so much just like it's so weird because it's like there's a genre of gross in movies that like I'm not a big fan of, but in this movie all the gross stuff is so I don't want to say cartoonish, but it's so like it's just so over the top and just bonkers. And I think that's something that Sam Raimi is just so good at, is being visually disgusting in a way that's so fun and so just like I'm not watching the Deadite vomiting up milk in viscera and all that and like relating it to anything. It's just like, oh my god, that is so gross. I can't believe he came up with a way to do that. You know what I mean? It's so, and I think that's something that because Becky is not a big fan of gory stuff, but in this movie it's just done in such a way that it's just like so palpable, I guess, or what's the word? Not palpable, but
tactile.
Yeah.
I always call it as like the difference between like a CG movie where it's like you can feel, you're walking on this stuff. It's real.
Yeah. And this is it's just so chaotic. So I think her favorite stuff was when the movie just goes completely off the rails, and I think it feels like they stopped using a tripod at some point during the making of this, because like every single shot is like just like crooked and weird, and
the Dutch angles, the whole thing. There's the book goes into the Ramo cam, the Samo cam. Like the Ramo cam is a 2x4 with a camera like 4 foot back on it, so that the and it's high enough up that you can't see the end of the board. It's probably less than that. So when it goes through and breaks the window, they're taking a camera. I'm assuming they rented the camera. If I didn't buy the camera, but so the camera is like it's like duct taped to a board,
Hmm.
and so it can break the window. You
Yeah.
know, it's like in Evil Dead 2, they have to go through the windows in the car. But then there's things like when they just run through the woods, it's the camera on the probably the same board sideways, so you're on either end.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to make sure that you're not going to run into a tree. I love the beginning when they're driving in,
Mm-hmm.
and it must have been the camera must have mounted on top of like a van behind them, and then the branches hit the camera and slide back.
Oh yeah, that's
Something
cool.
about that is just, and it's just I love just everything about this movie. It is just the problem solving. It's like this weird, they shot it, and the thing is that I noticed that you have to watch it 12,000 times, or it's probably like 20 times. I don't overdo it, but there's a bit where and it's great in the basement. Sam Ash is going down to the basement to. I always think he's going down to like get the book, or he's going to go down to find. But no, it's just I can't remember what he's in the basement for. And he hits the pipe, and he gets blasted in the face with 500 gallons of blood, and it's just one of those things where you see his face just covered with blood. It's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
And then a second later, he grabs a rag and just wipes it off, and he's clean again. Yeah. And I'm like, I bet you they shot that a year later. They wanted to add that in, make it a little bit more longer. So they had like, okay, we're gonna go down and have the blood part, and then so they have him in the basement. Here's the blood part. Great. He's too dirty now. Okay, let's do one little wipe his face off so he matches continuity. I think there's no continuity. There's no scripty person on this movie.
Sure.
Saying, hey, the blood was wrong from this shot to this shot. But I just love that bit. There's a bit where Scotty goes into the bathroom, like into the shower, and his hair is clearly it's a different shirt, and it's a different haircut. And he's saying, "I'm going to go out of here. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Shelly can stay here. I don't care. That kind of thing. She's been hurt." And it's just like, so he came back like for a weekend shoot a year later, and I don't care. And it's one of those things where I don't notice it, but I'm watching it this time, and I'm appreciating it. Like this last time I watched it first, and my favorite bits is all the fake shemps is when someone who's not the character is playing the part. When they're not there. I know Rob Tappert, the producer, is Ash outside beating on the wall in a wig.
Okay.
A bunch of times, but at the beginning when the car jerks in the wheel, they're driving up there, and then it's way set up. We're going to show the log truck coming at you. They're in the car. Whoa, the camera guy's coming to get you. And here's the log truck again. And then the wheel jumps. Everyone's screaming in the backside, which is just such a funny shot because it's almost like they're just right in the camera. And it comes back. What happened? And goes, no, the car's messed up. It's fine. I got it fixed. One thing that works is the horn, honk, honk, honk. And then there's the two locals waving at the camera. Mm-hmm. And the joke is, that's Sam Raimi and Tappert playing the locals.
Oh, that's fun.
That doesn't matter. And they cuts back. I wasn't honking at you idiots. But in that bit, and I don't care. I've seen this, like I said, 20 times. Mm-hmm. This is the first time I noticed that the road where they're waving, it's a dirt road. When he's yelling at them, the road has his line. It's paved, has line markers, and the windows are up, the windows are down. Someone else is driving a car. I don't care. It's just one of those things where up until 2026, when someone's actually watching the pixels, I'm going through it, appreciating it, seeing this. Mm-hmm. They knew it didn't matter back then. This is supposed to be watched once. You know? So they went out and they go, okay, I'm going to shoot the guys here, and then 6 months later, it matches up because Sam Raimi's brain is just. He just sees this. He just knows exactly what he needs. We've shot stuff. And it's like, oh, that's wrong. I'm breaking the 180 rule. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's ever broken that. He doesn't care about that. This just makes such beautiful. And it's his first movie. Going from this, it boggles you when some people are just born to this kind of thing. If he was born 100 years ago, how sad would that be?
Right.
The guy whose DNA makes him, see celluloid, and he was stuck writing books and sonnets. That makes no sense whatsoever.
I'm sure that translates somehow.
Yeah.
Talent. You were talking about earlier how smart the filmmaking in this is, and that scene in the basement when he gets covered in blood and everything. That I love that the last part of this movie, it really does feel like Sam Raimi's like, okay, I have 50 ideas. Let's do them all one after the other. And they're all great. It's all fun. I love the shot of the projector getting covered in blood over top of his face. Like, that's iconic. And also the something else you said earlier about the camera going through the window. It's cool that the camera feels physical in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like it's just a window into the movie itself, which is generally, I think, the goal of a camera. You know, you don't want the camera to take up space within the realm of the movie. And in this, it does, not in a way that's intrusive at all or obstructs anything, but it does, like you said, the twigs kind of bouncing off the lens and things like that. It's just like, it really almost brings you into the movie as part of it too, because it's like, oh, the window in which you're looking through to watch this movie exists physically within the movie itself. It's going through windows, and a lot of it's because it's POV of the creatures and stuff, but it just like adds a little bit of weight to it in a weird way that I haven't really thought about, which is really neat to me as well.
It's weird because we've seen the POV being a character, whether it's this Michael Myers looking in the window kind of thing,
Or Jason,
the one where here, exactly, he's walking through, and they're trying to hide who the killer is the whole time, and they never show the face. You know, have that reveal. There's the one shot up that you're talking about that I love. It's coming through the woods and it's looking in the windows, and it goes up, and the door gets slanted, and the camera goes, oh shit, and it backs up.
Yeah.
And it's like, it could be, and again, it has a wah sound, and it could be another thing kind of funny, like, oh, they close the door, the monster, the spirit can't get in. I just love the whole, it's backing up and it's going to try somewhere else. It's like, okay, what door is locked?
Yeah.
And I do, it always makes me think of when Campbell goes in the front door and he goes, back door. Like, he has to tell the audience he's going to run through the house, go to the back door.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of stuff that he could have just ran to the back, but he wanted to make sure the audience is along for the ride. Just so good.
Yeah, and a lot of so many of those shots, and this was something I didn't remember at all, but it's deeply creepy when there's shots of somebody looking out the window and where POV outside the window, because it's like they're looking right past whatever's watching them. And it is so creepy. It's like very well done, and again, like shows that Sam Raimi's capable of being subtle. And you know, because he does those big moments so well, that it's kind of mind-blowing how he's able to do the subtle stuff too, and like not blow the load every single time, and just kind of, you know, let the audience sit in discomfort with, like, while we're just stalking this girl.
The card scene is like that, when they're doing the whole bit about seven of hearts, seven of diamonds kind of thing, and I love it because it's the one is Shelley. I'm getting the names backwards here. They're playing around, and one's lying to the friend.
Yep.
She's saying that her friend's, oh, she's getting him right, and she's getting him wrong.
Yeah.
Again, I remember on VHS, I never caught that. It was too blurry. But it's like she's just trying to make her friend. She's lying to her. She's joking with her. They're bored. They're in a cabin.
They're just having fun.
Oh my God, you're psychic. You know all these things. And then having Cheryl in the corner looking out the window, seven of hearts, and it just builds and builds and builds. And I'm sitting there this last time kind of going, this is, and again, it's such a smart way of doing it, because without showing her over there, it could be in your face, it could be showing her eyes flipping around, turning, that she turns at you, and the room snaps. But I love that scene. Oh.
Yeah. And that's pretty much, I think, at that point, which isn't super late into the movie, but from then on, it's just chaos. Like, it's just like we don't get another moment of reprieve. Like, everyone is on edge. And either dealing with demons or like fighting with each other for the rest of the movie, pretty much. I also completely forgot about the dagger.
So I always think the dagger is in 2, that it's just in 2.
Okay.
But yeah, it's right here. It's been there as long as the book's been here.
Yeah. What a cool dagger. I was talking when we were watching it, I turned to Becky, I was like, I would definitely get haunted, because if I'm like in a basement and I find a dagger that looks like that, I'm taking it home.
It's going home with me. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's not staying in the basement. I am going to risk the misdemeanor charge of taking that chicken bone knife. Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
Oh yeah. But yeah, and then the weird stab in the back and the fall down, all this, and then there's bits there from within the woods at the end with the dagger, and the dagger's on the hand, which again comes up in 2 again. I always forget the dagger is in the first one, because I mean it's kind of like you have your series, and your favorite one is I bounce like in Chainsaw. Is it 1 or is it 2? Like, this is my favorite Chainsaw. Is it 1 or is it 2? I go back and forth to kind of move them in. And Evil Dead, it's always like the same thing. Do I love the Evil Dead, or am I a big fan of Evil Dead 2? I go back and forth. And once in a while, the 2013 one, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, but I've always considered myself an Evil Dead 2 guy.
Mm.
But then I'm watching this one now. I'm going, so much of the stuff I love from 2 is right here. It is the little subtle hand, not the over comedy, but
Sure.
like the bits about what happened to what happened to her eyes.
Oh
What's the
yeah.
matter with her eyes, kind of thing. And that I've always wanted to be able to make, and I don't know how to do it without ruining the house. I want to have a basement hatch like that.
Oh yeah.
Even it'd be a fake, so it could be like a cardboard that just be up a little bit, and have a face behind there.
Mm.
I just cut a hole in the floor. It's a rental.
Whatever.
And just but like it's that, but they don't show who's in the basement. I just love that thing in the basement. And then 2, of course, goes crazy with it. But this is the scary version where all you see is that slat of light,
Mm.
and then the hands and then the chains and stuff.
Yeah, was it Becky? Becky watched the 2 that she's seen prior to watching this one was the 2 newer ones,
Mhm.
the remake and then Rise.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she saw the shot of the floor from in this one, she's instantly was like, oh god, like getting flashbacks, because the 2013 one she watched when it came out and it scared the shit out of her. Like
It should, yeah.
it was very,
I love that one, yeah.
yeah, I do too. But yeah, so it was kind of fun seeing like, oh, like this is the birth of that, because I even feel like in the 2013 one when that came out, that kind of became kind of iconic again, like the monster under the floor, peeking up through the thing, because the way they did it was so incredible as well. Like it's so creepy. So it's kind of cool that like that trap door has kind of become like a generational fear for
Every 20 years we're gonna get another one that's gonna come back and have
yeah. Was there a reference to that floor in Rise? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
There's a reference to like the way the one character is singing
Oh,
to her
okay.
kids. That's kind of like it's a reference to the character, but not really a reference. There's no hole in the floor I can think of.
Yeah.
I bet you when she's up in the corner, because the floor is an apartment, so you can't there's no flap there. But
Right.
I know there's the angle wise of her peeking around the edge of the room, going from like the bathroom into the kitchen.
Oh,
And
sure.
she's kind of coming out. That angle is kind of a similar little peak, but it could just be that's just how doorways work, Jason.
And I'll get the vibe. Obviously, we'll talk about this more when we get there. But when she gets grabbed in the elevator, it's kind of reminiscent to the tree.
Yeah.
Grabbing scene as well. So, man, I'm so excited to talk about that movie when that comes, because that movie is so good. It was so fun. And it has.
I've only seen it the one time. I've got.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. I loved it, and for some reason, and we bought it like immediately, and just haven't got around to watching it again. That was the one that was on, like HBO has it, and we have like the cheap HBO.
Okay.
And I just don't want to watch a movie like that with commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like, and here I am. I mean, kind of hypocritical, because I pause it myself every 10 minutes to let a dog out.
Yeah, but that's by your choice,
Yeah, exactly. Well, not my choice, the four-legged fuckers.
Right.
But it's just I don't. But also it makes me laugh whenever it's big intense, like the
Yes.
cheese grater to the leg scene. It'll break, and brought to you by McDonald's.
Right. For
And it's like,
Breeze
I don't-
commercial.
If that happened. Was it last we're trying to get through something. It wasn't even this, and it's all intense and serious, and the kids are dying. It was one of the Harry Potters we were just going through for some reason. We haven't seen them, and it kept being brought to you by like Hy-Vee. Sorry, Hy-Vee, don't fire me. I already did. The build up for the Super Bowl commercials.
Oh, that's
like
funny.
it's just such a weird. Have a little bit of thought before you're sponsoring the show.
And
Every
also,
student is dead. Oh, hey, chips.
I feel like every streaming service has like an intern employed to be like, okay, I need you, because we want people to get off the commercial plan. We want them to pay more money to so what you need to do is go through this movie and find the most annoying places for an ad break to be. And that's what they always go with, because it's just like, it's always like right during like a crescendo or something, It's just like, oh, all right.
And I know it's probably a random algorithm kind of thing that has been on long enough, and it's probably set up to be between scenes and maybe a little bit. But my favorite one was like 40 years ago when David Lynch's Dune was on late night TV, like a 1 a.m. kind of thing. I taped it, and it's how I know Dune. It's the long version. It's like the 4-hour cut of it. When I watch like the 2-hour version, I'm all confused, like what was happening. It's a scene where the hand's in the box, and he's got the little needle, and he's okay, now experience this. The pain. First, you feel a little feather in your hand, then it's a scratch, then it's gonna dig in, and then he's like, okay, then pain, and then it cuts, and it cuts to I think it was a car commercial, and that was it, and it cuts back to Ain. Like it
Oh
was
no.
it cut in the middle of the line, and I'm always just like, so when I see it now, I'm like, it's like when you hear the CDs on the
Yep.
late night TV, they're trying to sell something. It has to go Beach Boys right into like Three Dog Night. That's just how the song was played in my head now. Conn McLaughlin has to go pit
Yeah.
forward, Ain. So
When I was in college, I had a copy of 21st Century Breakdown, a Green Day album, that I listened to daily, and one of the songs had a skip in it, and even to this day, when I'm like, if I listen to it on streaming, it doesn't have that little skip in it, and it like
sounds wrong.
Yeah, it just feels like I just feel weird. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? But anyways, back to the Evil Dead. Yeah, I'm so excited. I think I was a little nervous. So I also I forgot to tell you I was going to tell you off camera, but I didn't. But Becky has agreed that she is going to watch every single one with me.
Score.
Yeah, so I'm very excited, and this was the one I was most nervous about when she agreed to that. And the fact that she liked it and was like, she's talked about it, brought it up several times since we watched it, and she's excited to see the second one and stuff.
But see, she's a smart viewer.
Yeah,
it's like if it was actually just like a Ginsu killer, she'd be bored. But like there is craft to this. I bet she probably appreciates that.
Yeah, she loves the style and everything, and like she says she doesn't, but I swear to God, she does love Drag Me to Hell.
Evil Dead adjacent,
yeah. Just I think she's just a Sam Raimi fan. She just doesn't know it yet. That's my and I think by the end of this, she will.
It's curious how far we're gonna go with this, because like we're talking about doing the Evil Dead franchise with a couple little like side steps. Is Drag Me to Hell an Evil Dead movie? I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Is this Jason Goes to Hell an Evil Dead movie? They say it is, because there's the knives in the movie, and then KMB says it's the same thing.
Oh my God, I've never.
In the basement is the Necronomicon, and the knife is it's supposed to be the Evil Dead knife.
That's incredible. I didn't know that.
It's commentaries. That's what we're missing in this world.
I think that I don't want to bring any negativity to the table, but that might be my least favorite Friday the 13th movie.
It's if when you are given the buffet, and this is an old guy talking. When you're given the buffet of all the movies, of all 12 of them on a platter, you can go through, and you're gonna go, okay, I like one because this, I like two's good when this point. Okay, and then they kind of drop off, and then you're kind of your favorites. But when you're an old geezer like me at the nursing home, you had one, you have dribble, you had one, and you had to wait a year, and then I came at them. I think when I started watching them, it was about 5 when I was old enough, so like not age 5, part 5. So I had 1 through 5 all on a plate. I could watch it, rent whenever. Then I had to wait for 6. I had to wait for 7. I had to wait for 8. 9 it goes to hell. So even though I agree with you that 9 at the point was kind of a letdown, when it's all you got, you had to wait for it. I kind of dug that it was something different.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But in that way, but then I was so happy when X came out, because I love, and Jason X the same thing. The hardcores go, that's a stupid. I'm like, it's Jason in space.
Yeah,
okay,
it's incredible.
It rocks, and it's like Goes to Hell was trying something, and then Freddy vs. Jason, people go, well, yeah, but I don't care. It was, and I mean, it's one of those things where you can defend when you have to wait years between things. But when you're giving them all at once, it's like when I'll forgive anything when I had to wait, and like,
yeah. I think,
but you're right. It's not that great.
It's just, I don't know. That franchise has so many. There's not a movie that like I don't love in Friday the 13th. I know we're kind of getting off track here, but I'm also I like Jason Takes Manhattan, and I think I'm pretty alone on that.
I love the way it looks. I love. It should have been 2 movies. I love how they shoot the ocean liner, the first half and the back half, make it look bigger. It's not that big. It's one of those, if they're gonna greenlight a script where they go to New York, put them in New York. I know it's like the back streets, but there's I love the way Kane Hodder plays him. I love the wet, slimy look. I detest the makeup at the end.
Oh, sure.
When the mask comes off, I'm always going like, what, that was because it looks so good when the helmet's on, the hockey mask is on. There's so much to
Hmm.
love in that movie. I love Kelly Hu's in it. She's so good. I don't know why they have Stephen King mention writing with a pen. It's just one of those like, there's a little bit. So yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I've watched it, but for the most part, I love the guy gets his head knocked off.
Yes.
I love that the cruise ship has a sauna when it's on a
Sure.
cruise ship. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But I love so much in that. I love the director's wife, the director's sister is like, welcome to New York, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I love when the one shot, and we're way off topic now.
I know.
When Jason comes up out of the subway, and kicks the radio of the one guy as he's walking through Times Square. I love the fact that there's no subway there, and that they're doing the whole crouch down and then walk up. It's a
Yeah.
fake staircase.
Sure.
I do, and I mean there's more to celebrate in that than there is in a lot of things. I'm not going to poo-poo on.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be our next franchise deep dive. Will be Friday the 13th.
Oh, I will.
It was. Oh man, we missed that. We had an episode release just 2 days ago on Friday the 13th.
We have another one coming up next month.
Okay, cool.
Another maybe we'll have to do like a special solo episode.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of I'm hoping that maybe we'll do it the 13th when the A24 series drops.
Oh yeah.
That'd be kind of fun, a little preparation for that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
back.
I do want now to bring it back. How about what would a Sam Raimi Friday look like?
Ooh.
He would never do that.
Yeah, I think
There'd be no reason. Yeah.
I feel like he would have to make it too like not Friday the 13th for it to like work with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. But I'd watch it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
Where's my yeah. Yeah, but if we did do like a Sam Raimi every week, I would love to. I haven't rewatched Darkman in probably 15 years.
I've never seen it.
Oh, Darkman is.
Should we add it to the list?
I'm trying to think of a way to. Well, we did save us or
Send
SOS. Send someone to get us. I don't know what it's called. Now that I've seen the graphic, that send help. But no, Darkman was my jam. It was just like it was his how he got Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I love Darkman. It was my little now he's old, but I made him dress up as Darkman for Halloween, and no one knew what it was.
That's awesome.
He's got a little fedora and little trench coat on. His face is wrapped up. Oh, Invisible Man. It's Liam Neeson. He's like he's maybe 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one knew who that was.
I'll change the title of this special run of episodes to Devil Made Me View It versus Sam Raimi and broaden it up a little bit.
That's not a bad idea. Anyway, but the Evil Dead. That's my little Papa Springs. My brain has to go. Oh, it's only one called The Evil Dead.
Oh yeah,
the remake is Evil Dead, and I'll do it kind of like when someone sells plasma. Oh, I donated plasma. No, you sold plasma. You didn't give it away, did you? And then the one guy in the room always goes, actually, I did give it away. I donated for real. So stop being a pompous dick. And I'm like, well, you're better than me. I sold it.
Beer doesn't pay for itself in college, you gotta. Yeah, it's just to bring it back. We're running low on time, but I feel like it would behoove us to not talk about the Evil Dead at the end of the episode. The one thing I was saying earlier on about something very magical about this movie is that it ends with Ash surviving and morning coming and him stepping out into the sunlight, and it is the most I've ever felt. Like I felt the relief, like the exhaustion of the night, and it's like, oh, it's morning has come, it's finally here. Like I feel like there's no movie that makes me feel alongside the character as much as this one with him. Like just finally, it's just like, oh my god, he's covered in everything.
Blood, his blood, green milk. Yeah, his ankles hanging out.
Yeah, and he's just like, finally, it's like morning has come and all is well, and then, well, all is not well at the very, very end. Which
the fart goes through the entire house, knocks down windows and doors, and turns. And he whips around, and I love it. Campbell whips around as it hits him in the face, and it goes the black, very Chainsaw of an ending. Yeah, as far as just the hard cut. But you're right. It's like, oh, it's daytime. Everything should be good. We're happy now. And then if you're watching the movie as a movie, you're kind of like, oh, that must have taken 5 takes. How many times did they go through, break the house and do this? Did they hit him in the face? Did he lose a tooth, kind of thing? If you're actually in the movie, you're kind of going, that's true. They never say that sunlight's going to stop them.
Yeah.
It's not a vampire movie. There's no reason you should think that you're going to be safe because the sun came up.
Right.
So good.
Yeah.
That is a great. That is. You have to. I wonder. You have to. But I wonder where in the making of the film or the pre-planning did Sam Raimi come up with that shot for the end? Like it's got to be early on. Okay, no matter what we do, the last shot has to be tear ass through the house. Did he shoot that at the end? Was it in the middle? Did he? But it's one of those things where that's such a perfect ending, and all the Evil Deads of the original 3, all of them, have that perfect ending. Even the 15 endings for Army of Darkness. No, but that last shot is such a it's the kind of shot where you shoot the whole movie for that shot to work. Yeah, because that is how you shoot. That's nothing else would work as good as that.
Yeah, they also do a great job throughout the movie to show the cabin in a way that you can kind of mentally piece together how it looks. So that last shot is really cool too, where it's like going through that familiar location one final time, and then the iconic final shot it's just really good.
And that'll be a part 2 thing, because they do have the kind of the similar shot in 2. And it's amazing because the cabin is like 4 rooms, and you never get tired of looking at it.
Yeah,
it should be. You can't do it all and it just does. No, good choice doing these. This has been really fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm gonna go pitch to my wife right now to watch the movie, the second one tonight, and hopefully she'll agree.
Well, she has taste. I mean, keep saying that we have such a taste.
Yeah.
Keep saying over and over again. Remember, it's called Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, not Ginger Snaps. That's the best way to get across it.
Yeah. Someday she'll watch. Have we talked about that on the podcast? I don't know if that's
I don't know.
I can't remember. If we did, it'd be really early on, and it's kind of funny that it's still
there. To anyone watching this point, Ryan, if you're watching, the ramble is that Mrs. Spitzer has such patience for Mr. Spitzer, and she'll go through letting him work hours on this and the research and the time it takes to get prep for it, and the stuff that she's watched it next to you. But her line is Canadian neo-teen werewolf movies.
Yeah.
That is the line she's not going to cross.
Essentially, I ruined.
Serbian film is fine. I spit in your grave. She'll watch it with the 3 glasses on, but not Ginger Snaps.
I essentially ruined it because I wanted her to watch it so badly, so often earlier on in our relationship that now it's like impossible to even bring it up without it becoming like a joke. That's just like, no. I at this point, on principle, she just won't watch it because I was so annoying about it. But I'm holding on hope someday.
Okay, so we need to get a copy of it and then just on the beginning of it have it say Schindler's List.
Oh, that's pretty.
And go into the film, and then it's a new version of it. It's colorized.
Yeah, she did recently, and not super recently, but semi-recently. She brought up that she wanted to watch Werewolf in London, and I was like, I wonder how far into Ginger Snaps we could get before she realized that. This isn't in London.
Does she have a good lawyer on speed dial that she knows? Let's make sure that's not because.
All right,
maybe we shouldn't piss her off. Okay?
Yeah, she's on the list of people I don't want to make mad. So
I come back on next week. Hey, Jesse, where you go? Just Becky talking. Jesse can't play with you anymore. You're a bad influence.
She's just wearing my skin.
Okay. Anyway, in that case, go apologize to her. Just on good principle.
Yeah.
And we'll hit it next. Next week will be Evil Dead 2. If people on the want to leave a comment too, I would love to hear when people saw where they saw Evil Dead the first time, proving me wrong. Is this a movie everyone knows, or is this sort of like a hidden gem?
This should be the when did you watch the Evil Dead? Should be like the where were you on 9/11 of horror. Like everyone's got a story of the first time they watched the Evil Dead. Is that too dark?
That might be too dark.
On that
That's
note,
a very good question though. And on that note, if you made it this far, we're sorry. We're thanking you.
Yeah. If you have any thoughts on our thoughts or thoughts of your own on the Evil Dead franchise as a franchise or just the first one, let us know what your thoughts are on all social media. You can find it on the bottom of the screen there. TDMMVI pod. Pretty much everywhere. If you want to email us directly, you can hit us up at tdmmvipod@gmail.com. And yeah, let us know your story of your introduction to the franchise, because that's super fun. I think this franchise just has so many moments that will burn into your young child brain that like probably everyone has that memory.
Scarred for life, yeah.
Exactly. In a beautiful way. But until then, till next time, we're going to cover The Evil Dead 2. I'm Jesse Spitzer.
And I'm Jay Leaves.
And this has been The Devil Made Me View It. Thanks for watching.
All right, thanks, guys.